Alright. Now I just gotta get into my stream here. There. Oops. Almost forgot my microphone placement. Oh boy. That would be... Get off! That would be weird. The whole thing mixed up. Let's see. Ooh. Look at this. Sorry for that, taking that so long, guys. Anyways, welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. We're going to continue where we left off. Plus, if you have noticed, I've started using parts now. We're going to use like different segments of each for each one. I feel like to. Hold on. Eloquence we need to get up. Courage and imagination. Yeah. Yes. No, no. I was just actually thinking again, like, oh boy, what should I do? That reminded me, I could use these to raise my HP. Or max HP, whichever you want to use. Let's go with the storage room. That dust. It must be cleaned! There is dust coming out of that vacuum as well, sir. Magger didn't produce enough suction on the sides of the shells and all the other nooks and crannies by hand.
Okay. Hey!
Hey, look what I found. We can still use this, don't you think? Fragrant spice. Ooh. I have a knack for good foods because I've been so hooked on foods. Like looking at Beard Meats food.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good Mythical Morning, Man versus Food, and I've been seeing Guga Foods, which obviously have piqued my interest.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh? They were better than I feared, considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these Aridins behind tomorrow. Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, Norris? He knows what he's doing, Gallus, or Galcus. I forgot your name. Forgot? What was it again?
Now.
Gallica, okay. Should I talk to Stroll? Yeah, why not?
Now then. Got a moment?
Alright. Plans to exist where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why one day I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, and not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey!
How about you? I shared my plan. Let's hear yours. What will you do when the fight's over? I'd like to help you. I'm a bit relieved to hear it, to tell you the truth. I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, and I will leave it to a spineless army and its competent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Louise.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all more glad you're our captain, truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know? To act with such conviction. How does one become so bold?
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I envy about you. All this to say, I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all.
Alright.
Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Courage, yep.
Alright.
I think like 2 more, and we'll get to the next level. Spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons. And plus the money from the laundry, I found out it's just random, I believe.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
The tree is beautiful. Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Tree of Prophecy.
Wow.
It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shift to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? That's a good question. I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magnet in the air here. Ooh. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magma. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. He pulls a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Norris, how did you get so good at drawing?
Yeah.
Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You're giving it to me.
Yeah.
A Tree of Prophecy drawing.
Hey there.
That sounds like a great idea. We'll give it to Maria when we have time.
Huh?
Magical organism in the form of a tree. Same aren't fairies in the same classification. Precisely, Gallica is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight. That'd be weird. This whole time I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
turning our attention back to the tree, I heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. Seeing that rare sight has brought my wisdom.
All right.
Yes. Forgot to keep pressing X.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Well, it's safe. Sorry, I just get on myself with a stare. We'll be in Martyr the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martyr is. Oh, there's plenty of things. Imagination, I'll do that.
Hey.
For the future of stroll, maybe I can hold my imagination. Yes!
Now then.
So next up is Martyr. It feels just like yesterday when I first arrived in the Roman capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you when we went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past.
Speaking of
which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that hero kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends?
what's that about?
Maybe they lacked allies.
I see.
See, try as they might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal. On top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well.
Then,
if we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder, how many more of these powers are still out there? Oh yeah,
Alright.
That's a great question. Now I'm still working on that too. I wonder what happens if you get all of them. Is there like a ultimate archetype?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king
Like that
draws
would be
nearer.
a cool thing to see. Oh my god, the animation is so good.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
Ooh.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! Ah!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Louise's favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Louise's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner boat out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you gauntlet, remember? You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished!
Godot and his monks have aborted the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now. Yikes!
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget
Come
about
forth, royal soul!
magic!
Wind!
No holding back!
I shall show you the power of heroes!
Let's go! Take this! What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Scour!
Now, what's the play?
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I'll cut you down!
It's too late to go to his
side.
Let's see if I can do this.
Witness the power of sanctism! What could you hope to achieve? Dear God.
Let's go! I'll cut through!
I call upon royal power within!
Know your place.
Oh, power of heroes! Freeze!
Behold my power!
They're weak to ice. Let's stop them cold. Looks like we can't brute force
Wind.
through this one.
Go deep. So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
That guy is not gonna actually understand anything.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey! Get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
Are you hurt?
Of course I'm not hurt. Look, what are you after?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... Oh, blasted all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are
I
quality
forgot
parts
he
and
was
no
interested in their
mistake.
court.
Luis really
Their
shows
godless
out for his
runner.
elf.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Luis.
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
That's right. It's his first time actually seeing it. I almost forgot about that.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Saintist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
We're your supporters.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then?
He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
He's asking why I became a candidate. How should I respond?
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of swordhands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
I couldn't agree more.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot.
Struck by lightning.
Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Maybe I should look into Camaro when we get to Martira.
This one's important.
That is great. Plus, I do need to increase my rank.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's so great to hear that voice just sound like an author of his own book.
Oh,
So we'll arrive in Martyra this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaken. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. Carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies, I'm grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting. Yes.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martyra, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. It would be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
You know, I thought someone was going to be there at that shot, but apparently not.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martyra's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you too.
Bursting in my mouth, it's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Oh boy.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heisme. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So is Heisman's hideout way out there?
Hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
Stroll doesn't look like he likes the meal.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I had such a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're going to meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay? Oh, yes, ma'am. Can I go outside?
Got a moment?
Damn it. Alright. Oh well. Room service. Damn. 4 beds, 1 table, 2 chairs, a fireplace. What can go wrong?
Good night.
Rest well. Thank you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous out!
Hold on.
Where is everyone?
Let's hurry.
They all went to Krigante Castle ahead of us. Apparently we can get there by climbing the stairs to Sarson Market. How do you pronounce that? Jesus.
Hello there.
Ah, yes. The fruit cordial. Let's see if I can't.
An elder candidate?
Don't get used to it, lady. Jeez. Yeah.
What'll it be?
Don't have anything for that.
Now then. Now then.
Alright, so...
Now then. Now then.
Thing. Here, buddy.
What'll I do here?
Time to get there. Ooh, potions. Excuse me, but I'm not going here. I want to see what you got. Nah, we're maxed out with medicinal herbs. What can you do? that just in case. Poison, paralysis. Only days right now, so I think we'll be good. Alright. Let's go meet Lady Joanna. Frigante Castle. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
I've awaited you.
So you've all come. Fantastic. Lady Joanna is waiting inside, so let's go right now, if that's alright.
Aye, yes.
Please, come this way then. So wait a minute, my character didn't get to speak first? Come on, that should be the rule of the game. When I make my choice,
May I
I
present
speak
Lady
first.
Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
You got it, soldier dude.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Oh, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Heisme? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk, with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Everyone went out together. Information we should ask around. Yes.
Boy.
Boy, you there. Can I talk to you for a bit? Heard that you're going to catch that Heisman for us. Now I just wanted to give you my thanks. See my wife, she's one of the people that have gone missing.
My thanks to you.
I don't know if I can be of any help to you, but please, if there's anything I can do, just say the word. Friends, so I can tell you to ask you this from here, though.
All good.
Ridiculous. What'd you say? Ridiculous? That riding on a sword was ridiculous? How dare you?
What is it? Whoa!
Brunella. So that much going on over there and all. Barn picked you, then I believe in you. I think it can never scary, but this Heisman fills me on the pale. Ooh, he can command illusions. Fuck. Okay. So we got purpose. Okay. Thank you for that talk, Mr. Guardman. I don't need to talk to Stroll. We already got
What is it?
We have Materians love our edible grubs, but we're a bit different to their. Wait, what? But we're a bit indifferent to their inedible parents. Larvae is my personal favorite, but I know a little about them before they make it to the kitchen. I can't find it over here. I just lost someone. Yesterday at the tavern, Bolson, he got real close to the sandworm's den.
Nice.
Okay. Merchant's still nearby. Let's head through thoroughfare, whatever.
An elder candidate? No.
Lady,
Must
don't.
be wrong.
Where were you? Where?
No. Must have got that wrong.
Where's that woman? I can't find her.
More people missing. Can hardly think on it.
Destroy Nessie will hammer this. I'm embarrassed just thinking about yesterday. Why the hell did I go and
more people missing?
World.
What do you want to know?
Excuse me.
One who had some sort of giant storm yesterday. I don't know whether I wanted to or not. Next question, it's Spoon's Day, but where is he? This town's informant. You see, I can tell you where the merchant is, among other things. Alright. It's not much, but...
Thank you kindly. Here's the real Skinny.
Still in front of the found, but there he drinks so much history at the tavern he was practically taking a bath.
All right.
I'm out of ideas.
Yes, we can actually.
Can hardly think.
Hey.
I just do that. Still tail. To tell you the truth, I didn't get that close to it. I just found a giant sandworm husk, and that was it. And then at the bar, I was excited and, well, pretty drunk. Anyway, at some point, the story turned into me waltzing right out to the sandworm and staring it down. He regrets it.
So good.
Oh, great. No one seems to have any information. It's almost sunset, though. Let's meet at the tavern for now. I'll go gather everyone else. Okay.
Not a scrap. I suppose we knew it wouldn't be that simple.
'Tis far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer a change of tack instead.
You there? Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you. I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
Suspicious character, isn't he?
Hey, you lot. You seriously gonna hunt down Heisme?
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event. A kind of storm. And the wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight around here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms, eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past them. Heisme might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heisme anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Absolutely.
Good. Then we're counting on you. Can't have you getting yourself killed now. Cap's reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Aye?
Understood. But why? You could have shared this with us at supper yesterday.
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? No danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sandflash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworm's territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Nearest.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be just dandy. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh?
Ooh.
Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking... Oh, easy there. You all right, lad? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start.
For a moment, it was like the light was blinding.
Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote we stay put and rest up for today. Just in case. Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for the trip.
We rested inside the Gauntlet Runner for today at Nura's request.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ah, more.
Your journey is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
Are you talking about that thing inside the Gauntlet Runner?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner swifter than any beast or transport on land. Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown hand. Now, try to imagine. Vivid, familiar scenery. Somewhere far from the land where you rest.
What's going on here?
What's with all the yelling? Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal capital? How? We were in Martira just last night.
Eurus? Surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
I wonder if this is the teleportation magic Moore was talking about.
What? So this is some magic you saw in a dream?
So this teleportation, it can just whisk us all back to the royal capital in a flash. Even the Gauntlet Runner came along for the ride.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Do you know something?
She was custom-made for the prince. When I wasn't there in the concept phase, when they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work. You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night, we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... Surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but what do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but might you at least try?
Can I really use this teleportation magic? I'll just have to try. We're going to test it.
Oh, dash it.
Feather, I always thought something was strange. I thought it would be a type of igniter, but when I tried fueling it with magic, it was quiet as a mouse. I went up and down the castle asking the other court engineers, but nobody had an answer. Couldn't even tell who put the blasted thing into the design. I love how he says you can knock me down with a feather. That's an old Mark Groucho Marx saying.
Where to?
I'll focus on Martira as our destination.
It reacted! The lad really is the key to triggering it!
Oh, hey! Are you sure this is safe?
All we can do is trust him.
It's Martira. They really are back.
I can't believe it. It feels just like when the king's magic caused that spectacle in the capital.
In my eyes, it's the other way around. It's not powerful by virtue of being connected to the king or to the lad. Maybe it's that all magic is supposed to have potential of this magnitude. You've all got some powers that defy understanding too, eh? Gives one the sense that those sanctists preaching about needing igniters are wrong, or lying outright.
I suppose when you say it like that.
Speaking of sanctism, well, not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings. Why would the royals have had it?
Hold a moment. With this teleportation on our side, can we travel anywhere in the world with only a thought? If that's so, we may not even need a gauntlet runner at all.
What? You mean we could just magic snap ourselves to Brylehaven? Just like that?
Go on, try it out.
No reaction.
But we could imagine.
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before. Anywhere else you've been? How about Montario?
No. Commoners don't usually visit the 3 great cities.
'Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Ha! Almost had me out of a job there, lad.
Sounds like you've got to envision the destination in great detail for it to work. We'll need more than a glance out a window or a passing familiarity, and you have to focus for it too. Seems to take you a moment, which means it won't save us in a fight.
Not as convenient as it sounds, huh?
How so? Now we can return to the royal capital any time we need to restock. 'Tis useful enough as is, and the more places we travel, the more we can return to.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that, it really is something impressive.
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should certainly prove useful.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do. We've got 3 days to go, so don't forget.
Alright. What to do for the next 3 days? Most people prepare. You can go stronger by executing quests around town, such as the Martyr Recruitment Center. Time you stay in will become your new base. Departure date is July 2nd. Ah.
Oh, that's right.
So?
Strong opponents, we better make sure we're as strong as we can get to. Speaking of, I saw some bounties up at the recruitment center. Ooh.
All right, missing.
What the hell was that all about? Do that some other time, I guess.
Take a look.
What?
This is south of Grand Tread, right? So how did you know that? The royal capital is pretty far from here. Don't underestimate the military. Each city shares information on bounties, though I'm not at liberty to tell you how
Good
to
hunting
do it.
to you.
Yeah, we can look it up in a list of bounties from across the country, regardless of where you are, and accept them too. So fight your hardest and clear them up, alright. Already accepted that. Let's go for this.
Don't go get yourself.
Yeah.
Skip it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We don't need all that. We do need the money, though.
Let's... All right.
Alright. We need the,
I'm out of ideas.
one guy. The informant.
What you want to know? Oh, I bear good tiding. East.
Aha.
Aha.
What were the gods doing?
All right, let's head there right away.
Something. Yep, I already know how that works.
About time, what? Now point us toward the fray.
Jeez. Yeah, we're just gonna dungeon. You can choose to save mine there or teleport back now.
What are we doing?
You would pursue...
It's your call.
Let's go.
What to pick?
I hear a voice. Ah, Hulkenberg comes to mind.
All right then.
I forgot, what does her archetype do? Magic Knights. Oh. I want to rush my stuff.
Understood.
Now then.
Magic MPS increased by 3. Got some money in the washing machine. 5,000. Okay, so yeah, it is random. That's good. That's fine by me.
You lot! Enemy attack!
Creepy flying insects buzzing about on the deck. Skip that and head right into the battle.
Let's go. Scour. Let's keep this up. Warrior.
The end's in sight! Is that blade in arrows? Oh, bolts of lightning! Stay focused!
Let's seek her. Wind.
What?
How many
More
are there?
enemies?
What?
Come on, everyone.
I will fight with
Relax
Seeker. Scour.
In the name of justice, warrior! I'll cut you down!
Only one left. Finish them off. We're clear.
Freeze!
Hulkenberg got them right
Let's
in
say
their weak
Seeker.
spot.
Wind.
That way.
Even easier than expected.
Press the amount of money and mag.
Satisfactory.
I'll strive for greater heights.
The Imp's Den, home to countless bandits over the years, has warranted the caution of all who lived near the steep, forested entry path. They warned their children of the dangers there. There are demons in those woods, they said. You mustn't go near. Perhaps the children's anxiety inadvertently roused something from its sleep. It is to that den, now befitting of its name, that the Gauntlet Runner arrives.
The thing is,
this forest is really big. Searching every nook and cranny will be a huge thing. Still, leagues better than some damp and dreary cave. Stuff in places like that always get me down. Indeed, it is nice not to worry over attacks from the dark or be cornered in dead ends. That said, forests provide ample cover for stalking monsters. We must be on our guard along the path. Yeah, it seems our go-born kings using that cover now. Let's draw it out by knocking off these weaker magic using goblins. The goblins that use magic wear black. That will easily distinguish which ones we must eliminate. The goblins are not our problem, it seems. Look at all the bugs. Too bad we can't chase them off with some sort of incense. That could create its own problems. At any rate, we are here to hunt the goblin. We shall mind the insects as we make our way. Alright, and I'm going to stop right there. I'm really happy that I'm continuing. Let's just get a little bit further.
Jeez.
Oh, no. Oh.
That's right.
But yeah, sorry we had to cut it short, everybody. But at least you got to see some stuff firsthand. Anyways, I really, really am happy that I'm playing this again. Even though it's putting me to sleep whenever I stream for some reason. But yeah, it's really fun. We might actually get the Goblin King in the next stream, or get Hazme or something. But yeah, this is a really great game. I love it. Like I said, so far, for story, characters, everything is a 10 out of 10. I gotta give that much for the developers of Atlas. But yeah, I am gonna continue this next week, so that way we can actually get through this whole thing. But anyways, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click that like button, comment down below what was your favorite, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see more, if you do that, you get notified when the live streams go live. And also share this with your friends and family and see if they like this as well, along with following me on Twitter X and Instagram to keep updated with posts or delays or polls and etc. And apart from that, take care everyone. As always, I'll see you guys in the next stream.